國民喺今日透過參加街頭派對、巡遊同埋享受美食，喺社區聚首一堂，慶祝加拿大國慶日。而有別於曾經出現嘅加拿大身份認同危機，今年多數國民紛紛以身為加拿大人自豪。有學者分析，美國總統特朗普貶抑加拿大為美國第51個州，令加拿大人突然愛國起嚟。
We're seeing a resurgence of what had been a somewhat latent Canadian nationalism, right? And it's not surprising. When you see an identity of any sort being threatened, people tend to rally behind that identity.
Gregory Miller 指出，過去10多年嚟左翼政治論述傾向以罪惡同埋羞恥去描繪加國嘅歷史身份，但而家面臨經濟同政治威脅，國民要求同存異，喺政治張力中取得平衡。
We have a number of nations within, right? We have the First Nations, of course, Indigenous peoples. We also have the Quebec Nation, people who do not see themselves first and foremost as members of a single undifferentiated Canadian nation. So yeah, it's quite challenging, and you can only go so far by waving the flag. At some point, those deep divisions have to be managed and acknowledged and dealt with.
而另一位學者就指出，國慶日可以展示家國主權，但如果冇同原住民一齊，就淪為慶祝英法兩國殖民建國歷史。佢認為加拿大要有機動性、靈活咁去發展國家，尋求新夥伴。
Canada's future is not in, going back to Europe or imagining ourselves as part of Europe. The reality is that's not our geographical reality. And that, well, we should strengthen our partnerships with all countries, including like-minded countries.
Jeffrey Myers 認為加拿大唔應該喺壓力下走回舊路，依靠鋪設油管、開採石油等能源發展，而係要以未來導向發展成為智慧型超級大國。
Kind of abandon our commitment to the environment in a spirit of so-called realism, I think means we're going to become more like Russia or more like the United States than the Canada that we imagine. And I think, again, it's a lack of creativity that says, okay, we're in a time of crisis. The best thing we can do is get more oil out of the ground and get it to market. And I think that, Canada should be able to imagine itself in the future as as an intellectual superpower.
佢又指出，加拿大法庭嘅超然同獨立未有受到金權政治影響，值得慶祝。
The degree to which our elections have been protected from corruption through wealthy and anonymous donors, and the degree to which our Supreme Court has not fallen into ideological capture, are things we can celebrate and things which sharply distinguish us from the United States and which other countries can look to as an example.